मैं तो देखाया बेबी जॉन तुम भी देखोगे बेबी जॉन ఏంటి తల నొప్పి బేబీ జాన్ ఎన్న పండరాంగా బేబీ జాన్ చెట్ట or a toddy baby john. You must be wondering why I'm singing baby john background score in all these languages. Well, that's because this is exactly what you're going to hear for 2 hours 44 minutes in the theater. A banger BGM and yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, thanks for watching. That's my review. Have a good day. I'm sorry. On a serious note, every once in a while, a film comes along that carries the weight of massive expectations. Baby John was one such film. From its very first teaser, the promise was clear. This wasn't just another action drama, it was meant to be a spectacle. The visuals were slick, the cast was packed with talent, and the makers were quick to clarify that this wasn't a simple remake of Theri, but a fresh adaptation with its own unique flair. Add to this the involvement of Varun Dhawan, an actor whose foray into intense mass action roles had the potential to catapult him into a new league. And you had all the ingredients for a memorable cinematic experience. So as I watched the trailers, I couldn't help but feel intrigued. There was something captivating about the way Varun completely surrendered himself to this intense, gritty world crafted by director Khalees. It felt like he wasn't just performing a role, he was immersing himself in it, making you believe in the stakes and the drama. Pair that with a supporting cast featuring names like Keerthy Suresh, Vamika Gabbi and Jackie Shroff, and the film seemed destined to be a compelling mix of emotion, action, and thrills. And let's not forget the hype built around Thaman's electrifying background score, which had already started making waves even before the film's release. Now, the buzz wasn't just limited to the cast and the crew, there was a sense of excitement about the creative choices the filmmakers were making. This was a film that wasn't afraid to promise bold storytelling, high-octane sequences, and twists that would leave the audience guessing. The teasers and the promotional material hinted at a complex narrative with layers of emotion, revenge, and redemption, though we knew that it was actually a remake. As someone who appreciates the blend of action and heart in a film, I walked into the theater with optimism, ready to be blown away. But here's the thing about expectations, right? They're a double-edged sword. They can elevate a film to greatness, but they can also magnify its flaws. The higher the hopes, the harder the fall when those hopes aren't met. As the lights dimmed and the film began, I was ready to immerse myself into the world of Baby John. I wanted to root for its characters, cheer for its hero, and be moved by its story. And yet, as the narrative unfolded, I found myself growing increasingly disheartened. Now, Baby John isn't just a film that misses the mark. It's a film that leaves you questioning what could have been. It's one thing to walk out of a theater feeling entertained but underwhelmed. It's another to walk out feeling disappointed, wondering how a project with so much potential could falter so badly. By the time the credits rolled, my enthusiasm had turned into frustration, my optimism into regret. This wasn't the bold, innovative film it promised to be. Instead, it was a messy, undercooked attempt at recreating magic that never quite materialized. And by the way, for viewers who might just slip into the comments section and say, well, you liked the Masala Telugu movie like Pushpa 2 and Pushpa 1, but why ridicule a Hindi Masala movie like Baby John? Well, let me tell you a brutal truth. Masala films run mostly on star power and actors' charisma, but not much for a story. Take Theri itself. I liked it for Vijay and Vijay only and not the story. Same goes with Pushpa. And even the Hindi film Dabangg. I loved Dabangg, but not for the story, but the charisma and the star power and that mass appeal which Salman brought to the screen. Allu Arjun, Salman and Vijay have a certain mass appeal which is convincing for the audience. So story or no story, it just works. Now let's jump into the good and bad of the movie so you can decide this for yourself. So the story of Baby John revolves around John, a bakery owner and a loving and doting father, living a quiet life with his daughter and a dog. A minor incident spirals into something much larger, dragging John into a world of crime, secrets, and past traumas. As questions about his true identity arise, the film teases revelations about his life as DCP Satyavarma, a man with a hidden past and unfinished business. While the premise holds potential, the execution leaves much to be desired. The narrative struggles with pacing, often feeling rushed during critical moments and overly stretched in others. The world building, which could have added depth to the story, feels superficial. The gritty, intense atmosphere the film aims for doesn't fully translate on screen, leaving viewers disconnected from the stakes. Now, for the performances, Varun Dhawan gives his all to the role of John. His dedication is evident, especially in the physically demanding action sequences and emotional confrontations. But here's the problem: while Varun is sincere, there's a visible effort in his performance that makes it hard to fully buy into his character as a larger-than-life hero. The raw charisma and effortless swagger that roles like this demand seem slightly out of his grasp. In moments where the character needs to intimidate or command attention, Varun comes across more as a determined boy than a man on a mission. As Samir Raina would say, "Bhai usko dekh ke fat gayi." It doesn't happen at all. The supporting cast fares no better. Keerthy Suresh as the romantic interest exudes natural charm but is underutilized. Her role is reduced to a subplot that adds little to the overall narrative. Bhamika Gabbi as the daughter's teacher and the undercover cop has minimal impact despite her proven talent in past roles. Jackie Shroff, while menacing as the antagonist, deserved a stronger arc and a more memorable climax. His performance hints at brilliance but is let down by the writing. But it is Rajpal Yadav who truly steals the spotlight in Baby John with a performance that is both unexpected and powerful. Known primarily for his comedic roles, Yadav steps into uncharted territory, delivering a performance brimming with intensity and depth. One of his standout moments is a pivotal fight scene where he showcases surprising physicality and commands the screen with undeniable presence. But it's his emotional pre-interval monologue that truly leaves a mark. Highlighted by the director as the film's blockbuster moment, this scene not only adds weight to the narrative but also gives the audience a glimpse of Yadav's immense versatility. As a loyal cop and a friend to Varun Dhawan's character, Yadav proves that he's far more than just a comedic sidekick. He's an actor who can elevate any role, adding layers to the film that desperately needed moments of genuine impact. I loved the dialogue of Rajpal Yadav when he says, "Comedy is a serious business." So, Baby John does have its moments. The action sequences, choreographed with intensity, provide some much needed excitement. Varun's stunts paired with a pulsating background score by Thaman inject energy into an otherwise lackluster proceedings. The big reveal of John's true identity is executed with flair, giving the audience a brief glimpse of what the film could have been if the storytelling had been more cohesive. And I have to add again, Rajpal's performance as a loyal friend and cop adds a refreshing dynamic to the narrative. As I said earlier, in one scene his character sheds the comedic stereotype he's often relegated to, delivering a moment of genuine emotional resonance. It's moments like these that remind us of the talent involved in the film, even if the overall product falls short. But for every high point, there are glaring lows. The writing, the narrative feels disjointed, jumping between timelines without enough clarity to keep the audiences engaged. The same was with Theri, but as he said, Theri worked because and only because of Vijay. Critical emotional moments are either rushed or dragged out unnecessarily, making it hard to feel invested in the characters. The screenplay tries to balance too many subplots: action, revenge, emotional flashbacks, some social messages not needed at all, but it fails to weave them into a cohesive narrative. The much hyped Salman Khan cameo, touted as a major highlight of the film, ends up being one of its biggest letdowns. While cameos often add an element of surprise or fan service, Salman's appearance feels just like a scene from a short film added into this just for fun with hardly any thought through moments. It's like that item number during the end credits in some movies after the movie ends. His role lacks impact and does nothing to further the story. Instead of being a memorable moment, it comes across as a token gesture, one that leaves even his die-hard fans disappointed. In fact, the cameo serves as a reminder of how overused and uninspired such appearances have become in recent years, diluting the excitement they once brought to the films. In the end, Baby John is a film that had everything going for it: an intriguing premise, a committed cast, and a chance to redefine mass entertainment in Hindi cinema. But instead of delivering a gripping and cohesive story, it settles for mediocrity. The disjointed narrative, inconsistent pacing, and uninspired writing weigh it down, making it feel like a missed opportunity rather than the spectacle it aimed to be. Varun Dhawan has shown glimpses of his ability to break away from his romantic comedy image with performances in films like Badlapur and the action-packed Citadel series recently. Baby John could have been another step in that direction, a film that solidifies his position as a serious mass action hero, but this isn't that film. Despite his sincere effort, the lack of strong material makes it hard for even him to shine. If you're a fan of Varun Dhawan, there might be moments you'll enjoy, but for most, Baby John will feel like a film that promised much and delivered far too little. Let me know in the comments if you've already watched the film. Did it work for you, or did you share my disappointment too? And don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more honest reviews like this. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching today, and bye-bye.